Hey, yeah, YouTube. Okay, 330. So, my thinking was, you get these one-sided scrapbooking pages, and sometimes you want them double-sided. So, taking out a whole bunch of stuff, and let's see if we can make a 330. I've got some tissue paper, which I'm not too sure if I'm going to use. I've got some serviettes. I've got some baker's paper. I've got some scrapbooking paper, and I've got these doodads that I bought yesterday. So, I'm not even sure where to start or what to do, but I suppose we need to start somewhere. So, I'm going to have a look through this pile. Let's move that pile out of the way. And find, I really wanted like a non-directional paper, but who knows. Let's see what we can do here. Just having a quick squiz through here. This here, a nice one that I think I might want to use. It's got like feathers on it, but I don't know if I want feathers or flowers yet. There's the feather one. And I want one which is kind of light in colour. Let's do that one. It's got a little birdie. Oh, that's directional though. That doesn't help. I suppose most of these are directional. Let's use this one because it's not very directional. Let's use that one. Okay. Let's put that in here. Go in. We're on a time limit. Oh wait, I haven't even started my timer yet. Oh. Yeah, I am stressing about time already. I'm a little bit stressed about time because I want to get this done quickly. My daughter's coming to visit just now, so I want to be done with filming by the time she gets here. Yeah, and look, I'm using my new funny mat, EVA. I don't even know what EVA is, but it's like, I'm saying it's like a silicone mat. Oh dear, my tablet is on 1%, so that's, oh mind you, I've got a charger right here. Let's stick that charger in. There we go. Charging. Let's get in. Ooh, let's reset that. Okay. Oh, that's a stopwatch. No, we don't want a stopwatch. We want a timer. There we go. Yeah, so I got this mat. Geez, it's a long roll. I was quite impressed. Where did I put the rest of it now? I don't even know where I put the rest of it, but I actually had to even cut it down, and there's still about this size, maybe, not that you can see, I'm going off camera, there's still this size plus a little bit more, so I'm very super impressed with this. I was like, oh, I need to cut it, and I was like cutting it and going, oh, I don't want to cut it, but I cut it, so at least I've got another biggish piece left behind. Okay, so scrapbook paper, we ready? I just pulled these out. I want something which kind of matches, but these don't really match with this paper. Ooh, okay, let's have a look through these. I'll start my timer just now. Something with a bit more purpley pinky on, that could work. Or do I want to, that one, that's quite pretty. That one, ooh, I think I like this one. Let's take out some tissue paper instead of serviettes. I still haven't started my timer yet, but I will. I promise, I will. Let's go like this. Let's just open this. Right. Ooh, it's very nice. It's like almost silky. Okay, let's start this timer. Timer. Starting the timer. Right. Okay. So I'm quite happy with this. I like this one. Such a pity that we can't cut it there. Oh, look at that. It's a whole sheet. Oh, wow. Sometimes you just amaze yourselves. Okay, I do want to trim it down a little. Now, I know the trick with this is to use like a wet paintbrush, but I do not have a wet paintbrush at the moment in handy. A little bit unprepared for this, but prepared but not prepared, if that makes sense at all. Let's give it a little bit of a rip. Yes, it's coming off nicely. Oops, not really. Save this piece for different projects. Okay, so as you can see, it's a little bit bigger than my page, which is perfect. I'm happy with that. Also, what I'm going to do, because it's got these horrible fold lines in, I'm going to scrunchie it up so it's got some character when I'm done with it. And straighten it out again. Okay, so I've got some white PVA glue and some water in this jar. I'm just giving it a good shake. Alright. Oh, that lid doesn't feel so good. There we go. Okay, got it. Alright, and just my handy paintbrush. And all I'm going to do is just paint on here. Just move this page down a little bit. Yes, it is going to warp a little bit because obviously this PVA glue is somewhat water-based. And today's a nice sunny day, so I can go and put this outside in the sun to dry, which obviously won't form part of this 30-minute process. Ooh, and then I've got such exciting news. I'm up to 55 subscribers. So, hi new subscribers. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you found me. Please remember to comment and let me know who you are, where you're from, how you found me, whatever you want to. It'd be good to hear from you. I do want to mention some names, but again, I didn't prepare that well for this video. So I will definitely give you guys a shout out in my next video. I do apologize. I know the one lady, she's Debs. I've watched 2 of her videos so far, and she's just got this lovely, relaxing, calming voice. She's from Nottingham, and what is her page called again? I'll link her page down below for you guys in the description. Alright, so I've put my tissue paper on, and now I'm just gently going over it with some more of my glue mixture. Oh, and the other kids are out today, so also a reason to try and get this done before they get home again, even though I really don't mind if there's laughing and crying and stuff happening in my videos, as you know. Okay, there's a few air bubbles, so I'm just trying to push out those air bubbles. Yes, there's a little rip there, but I'm not worried. We don't want air bubbles. So I'm just trying to get this air bubble out. Just even down, put more glue. There we go. That looks a bit better, because what happens is once it dries, then those air bubbles can crack, and then the stuff just peels off, which we don't really want. There's another air bubble there that I'm just trying to smush out. I don't even have a dry station set up again. Oops, there's another air bubble there. Let's just get all of these out. Out, out, out. Out with your air bubbles. And when you're doing this process, make sure that you've got quite a lot of glue on your brush, because if you don't, the tissue paper will rip. Okay, there we go. There's one. I'm happy. Alright. So now after this, once it's dry, I shall have a double-sided scrapbook page that I can use. I'm just going to stick this on the floor for now. There we go. Once it's dry as well, I'll trim off those edges. Let's go for another, find a piece of another scrapbook paper. Lovely. I didn't realize how many packs of this I have. Let's open up here. I have quite a few of these. And I think I'm going to just take this first page. Some really beautiful scrapbooking papers in here. Quick look through them. I think I might just even go for this first one. That one. Yeah, I want the one with the greens on. Do I want that one or that one? Let's go for this one. Just try and tidy up my desk a bit again, but yeah, there's still a lot of stuff on my desk. Oh, I'm getting glue all over this, but it doesn't matter as long as there's no glue on the pages. I'm happy with that. Always just take a wet wipe and wipe that down. And now I'll put it back in the glue. So wipe the other side. Put that out the way. Okay, so our next sheet. Now before I glue this down, I think I really want to use the serviette. I like the fact that there's like this middle blank bits in the middle. So what you have to do is actually separate the pieces from each other. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. Some ladies just use a piece of sticky tape to get it off. There we go, it's coming off. So make sure that you've only got the one ply. Of course we save these for another project. Always. And this is again another 2-ply, so you'd have to pull those pieces apart. I'm also going to give it a good scrunchful. And then open it up again. Okay, there we go. Happy. Alright, so again with our glue. Let's give it a good amount. You want to try and cover the whole surface, because else that's when you get the bubbles. So liberal amounts of glue on the base. I have seen people use glue stick with this, but I'm just a bit too worried that it doesn't stick so nicely. So I rather just go ahead and with this process like this. Alright, now I want to, and we're going to try and line it up from the top. Let's just fold this again. Something like this. And now also, the nice thing about serviettes is usually they're just over 30 by 30. And obviously this means centimeters. This would be 12 by 12 inches. Okay, a liberal amount of this again. Oh, a liberal amount, she says, not putting enough on. There we go. Oh, you see it drip there? I'm not too worried. I can try and smush it back. I'm not worried. when it comes to project time with these, we will just cover that with something. Oh no, it's just ripping. Ish. Sorry guys. Oh no, ripping. I think maybe it's too much glue. Troubleshooting here. And also I've seen that you should actually rather just pat it than swipe it. I suppose that will also help with it not ripping. And I suppose being gentle also helps. Maybe my glue is too watery. That can happen too sometimes. I'm not too worried about the ripped sections. There we go. Another one done. I think. Again, I'm just going to... yeah, I think I made it too saturated. Okay, so don't oversaturate and try not to undersaturate. Definitely in need of a wet wipe now. I'm going to give this a bit of a wipe down first before I do the next one. Which doesn't really help because now this is wet. I was diamond dotting yesterday and there's still all of these like little diamantes here from the diamond dotting. Let's just move that out of the way. Okay, giving that a bit of a wipe down. I do need it to actually dry. I'm going to use my art towel to dry it. A very well used art towel. So this one I actually wanted to make double-sided, but because it needs to dry, I don't think I'm going to get to the double-sided stage. Maybe I should can that idea, because what I wanted to do was I wanted to use some butcher paper and then cover both sides of the butcher paper to make a double-sided scrapbooking page. But like I said, that's going to be a bit impossible because I'll need to wait for the one side to dry. So let's just do another scrapbooking page instead, or we can even maybe try these things that I got yesterday. I didn't actually go and read what they were called and now I can't remember. I'll tell you now what they are called. It is called a food cushion paper. Food cushion paper? Okay, that's drier. Let's see what happens with this. Oh, it's quite thin. It's also almost like tissue paper. But I like it. I like them. Okay, let's see. What are we going to put on top of this one? I don't know. Choices. I really do like this one. Let's do this one. No, I don't want to. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, and again, you're going to have to just make sure that you've got the 1 ply, not the 2 ply. I'm sure this is 2 ply. It might not be. No, I'm sure it's 2 ply. gonna do the sticky tape thing. Let me do the sticky tape thing. So what you do is grab a piece of sticky tape. You go to the reverse side. Let me see, I've never done this. Okay, this might, yeah, it's working. There we go. There we go. Okay, so this does work. I've seen other ladies do it, but what works for one might not work for another. There we go. I'm not going to keep this one. So actually I have so many of these things. Alright, like I said, this is very, very thin. So let's see. Oh, my serviette is bigger than that, which is great. Seems to be a direction on this one. These are very pretty. I'm actually quite impressed with this. Very happy. Alright. My paintbrush. I don't know how this is going to turn out because I've never used such paper before. I've got a feeling that this is probably just printed butcher's paper. It's curling under. I don't want that. Oh, it's curling under. Don't curl under. There we go. Right, serviette, right way up. There we go. Give it a bit of a pat down. Okay, so not too much, but not too little. And maybe do the smush technique as well. So I think I'll be filming this probably in like 2 sessions because obviously this has to dry, and I'd like to show you what it looks like once it's dry, which obviously is going to take longer than 30 minutes. But it will be in one video, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does. Ah, you see, kids are back. Just in time. And now I've got to go put this where little hands can't get hold of it. Especially because it is wet and sticky. And little kids love wet, sticky stuff like slime and fun play stuff. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So yeah, I'm going to leave these to dry, and you will see me in a mo, but I'll come back later to show you my end results of this little process. Let's just close, you know me, closing things, packing them away as soon as I'm done with them. Cool. So let's peel this. Oh, I've got the paintbrush in my mouth. Let's peel this off. Oh yeah, this paper underneath is very thin. It's not really adhering too well there. I don't know. This is totally an experiment with this one. So, okay. Let's hope for the best with this one, because this one is super thin. Okay, so I've just laid them down on the floor there on my tiles. Give that a clean, and I shall see you in a bit. I'm back. So this has turned out to be an epic fail. And then I was thinking, okay, do I carry on with this video? Do I show you? Do I not show you? Do I can this whole thing? But I've decided I'll show you anyways, because, you know, not everything turns out the way that you expect it to. So these were almost dry, but not quite dry. But when I went to go and lift them, they ripped. They ripped. Oh my goodness, they ripped. But anyways, that can go into a bitsies, and we can use it for something else. So yeah, I just figured I'd still show you what's happened. Oh, and by the way, I still had 9 minutes left on my timer, so I did pause that. So I finished filming at about 2:30. It's now just after 3, and they were pretty dry. They're still a little bit wet here and there, but yeah, I put them outside on my bar table, which is granite, and yeah, it didn't like to be on the granite, so definitely maybe a different drying surface would have worked. I think that would have helped. Yeah, so a disaster, but I still want to show you because, again, things don't always work out the way that you want them to, and perhaps it's good to show you that I'm human and that we make mistakes, and think about ways to make this better or do it differently. So I don't know, I was very disappointed, but anyways, it is what it is. So this one I covered with serviette. This one I covered with serviette. This was that funny food paper, and as you can see, it's still quite damp. So I think the combination of that might be a factor, the different materials that we've used, because this one is the only one which turned out okay, and this was with that tissue paper that I used. So the tissue paper one worked out very well. I'm super impressed with it. It really has come up very nicely. So that's the only one which really worked. So again, was it a material thing? Was it my drying surface? I don't know. So I'll have to try this again, and I'll let you guys know if it works. Yeah, I feel heavy disappointment, but it's okay. It's just a project. It's just paper. And like I said, those bitsies I can use to make clusters, you know, so it's not always a waste. But yeah, just to show that I'm human too, and that sometimes things fail and there's disappointments, but it's okay. It's really, it's not a bad thing. It's okay. So yeah, this is the only one which worked out. It looks really pretty. I'm very happy with the outcome of this one at least. So now I have a double-sided scrapbook page. Let me trim the edges off. Maybe that will make me feel a bit better. Work on the one which actually did work out. It is ripping too a little bit, but not so badly. I'm just trying to find that sweet spot in my scissors, you know, where you can just kind of glide the scissors along. I have seen another technique where you kind of smush the serviettes, the serviette corners. You kind of, while it's still wet, you take your brush and you kind of like smush it like this, and that does help, I guess, which I did not do on this one. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw that on one of Natasha's videos, so Natasha from Treasure Books. It was quite a long time ago, so I can't tell you exactly which video it was. I'd really have to go back far to look for which video that was. But there was one that Natasha did where she smushes the corners. So if you like Natasha's YouTube channel, I'm sure maybe you've even seen it. So that could have helped as well with the serviettes at least. While we're here, what's for dinner? Hubby is making a lamb curry, and this house smells amazing already. As for the weather, it's a nice hot day, 28 degrees today. For winter, that's not bad at all. It's nice sunny, light breeze. So that's another reason why I thought I'd do this, because it was nice and sunny and I had a nice warm spot to go and put my papers down to dry. I mean, this dried in half an hour, so yeah. Anyways, that's food and weather for today. There we go. Can I keep these? Yes. Am I going to? No, because I've got plenty of this stuff. Okay, so there we go. My one page, which actually did work out. I'm quite happy with that. I'm happy. And again, yes, it is sort of directional, but not really. I suppose everything's going up that way. But this side is not too directional, which is great. So, yeah, that's that, I guess. And my 2 failed pieces. Oh, well. Better luck next time. This was an epic fail. Epic fail. I would maybe put this paper onto the back of a scrapbook paper. Maybe that can work. So I might attempt this again. I don't know. I probably will attempt it again sometime. But whether or not I'll film it is a different story. If I do, then I'll keep you guys updated about what works better. Again, maybe I should have laid down a towel and let it dry on a towel. I don't know. Maybe I should have smushed these corners in. I really don't know. But again, it's not going to be totally going to waste. Can definitely use this stuff. Clusters. Meh. Oh well. It is what it is. Anyways, guys, thanks for coming along today. Thanks for watching my faux pas. I think it is good to show you guys mistakes, even though I don't believe in mistakes, because you're either going to learn from it or you are going to fix it. And in this case, I don't think it's fixable, but I've definitely learned from it. So yeah, guys, take care. Love you lots. Thanks so much for watching. See you again next time. Bye for now.